Okay, we'll call the City Council meeting for Monday, January 27th to order. Start with a roll call, please.
Atkins.
Here.
Evans.
Here.
Mitchell.
Here.
Mizell.
Here.
Muchler.
Here.
Wall.
Here.
Jordan.
Here.
Garner.
Here.
Mayor Carr.
Here. So we have a quorum tonight, and we'll start off with our invocation given by Reverend Don Anderson, and followed by our Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
Let's bow our heads. Most kind and gracious Heavenly Father, as we come to you this evening, we want to thank you for a beautiful day that you bestowed upon our community and for all the bountiful blessings that you've given to us. And tonight we want to thank you for our leaders who stand before us. Lord, tonight that you would bless them with wisdom, discernment, and Lord, that to give them the ability to make the right decisions in the best interest of our community that would benefit our citizens as well as glorify you. Father, we pray that you'd watch over and protect and bless our community's responders, our firefighters, police officers, and Father, also for those who work and serve our community every day, just watch over and keep them safe. Bless this meeting tonight, we pray, in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, nobody signed in for public comments, so we're just going to move right into discussions and presentations. We'll start off with the SOP update presentation. Mr. Dorsey Newcomb.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the council. Thank you again for the opportunity to be here. I think this is our 8th year that we've had our partnership, and we certainly always enjoy the opportunity to come here. And thank you for your support. Without your support and those others that are involved in our organization, wouldn't be able to do the things that we're able to do on behalf of the 4 counties in support of our Army partners at Fort Leonard Wood. So I was able to, I didn't get it, probably in your board materials ahead of time, but I did provide you all with a copy of a little bit of an update. It's about 4 pages worth of stuff that highlights some of our significant accomplishments collectively as a region, and then it talks about some of the focus areas, and then the last page talks about, again, some of our strategic messaging and our themes. And so I'll take an opportunity. Well, first of all, let me just thank Steve Earhart and Mark Rock for being here tonight. They're always willing to come to back me up in case, I get overwhelmed or what have you. So, but those gentlemen are part of our leadership and our organization, and their support has been unwavering. So I'm glad that they were able to be here tonight as well. So what I thought I would do is just spend a few minutes to talk to you a little bit about some high-level stuff and probably just some accomplishments, and probably try to go through the first 6 that are listed on this document that I provided you. First of all, we've just been informed that the Army has selected Fort Leonard Wood and our communities as an Army Community Partnership awardee. Again, for the 2nd time. This happened in 2017. And that's significant because part of our goals of our organization is continue to bring positive recognition to our installation and our communities that support our installation. So as we did last time, we'll likely go to the Pentagon and have a big elaborate ceremony in the Pentagon in the Hall of Heroes, where one of the Assistant Secretaries of the Army and a lot of other dignitaries will bestow that recognition on us as a community, as an installation. So we look forward to that. That'll probably happen this spring. And so we're pretty excited about that. Anytime that we can keep Fort Leonard Wood's name out there with our senior leaders in the Department of the Army, we're certainly excited to be able to do that. And so that's the most recent thing that's happened. The second thing is that's on this list is not so positive. As you all may have heard, there's a big issue going on with our new $400 million hospital on Fort Leonard Wood. And the situation is such that the Defense Health Agency, that is the overarching Department of Defense organization that's responsible for all the services healthcare, has undertaken a decision-making process to downgrade that hospital to a clinic before it ever opens. Ours is not the only hospital that's in consideration. We were made aware of this very early on, and we were able to advocate with our congressional delegation and many others to try to change the outcome of this decision. The decision was to be made on the 9th of January. We believe that that decision has not been made, or at least not been made public. Our Army partners at all echelons were unaware that this was going on. And so we were fortunate to come across this information. Our engagement resulted in individual letters from both of our senators to the Secretary of Defense. Senator Hawley's, you likely saw that in the media, as he did a press release around it. And then we had 6 U.S. representatives from around Missouri that signed one letter together, led by Congressman Alford and 5 others that went. So all total, we had 8 members of Congress engage the Department of Defense about the reasons why our hospital on Fort Leonard Wood should not be downgraded to a clinic. This is not the first time that they've attempted to do this. So we will wait to see the outcome. But I think that it's necessary to point out that this would certainly, if this happened, would certainly negatively impact Fort Leonard Wood's mission, without question. And it would certainly diminish the possibility of future missions at Fort Leonard Wood. Most importantly, it would diminish the care for the beneficiaries that use that hospital. And while we're at it, we could talk about $400 million being invested in a hospital that's downgraded to a clinic. So lots of implications there. Fortunately, we've been in a position to bring this to the right people's attention, and we'll anxiously await the outcome. Item number 3 is, most of you likely know, Congressman Alford was selected to serve on the House Appropriations Committee, and he's subsequently been selected to serve on several subcommittees, but the one that's of particular interest to us is Military Construction and Veterans Affairs. So this is a really good thing that we now in Missouri have a member of Congress that's an appropriator. We didn't have any appropriators since Senator Blunt retired. But this also means that Congressman Alford will come off of the House Armed Services Committee, something that we've not had probably in the last 30 or 40 years. So there was some apprehension about that, but we completely supported the Congressman's decision to pursue that, and we're thankful that he was selected and that he got the subcommittee that we think will be helpful to us and our installation going forward. The 4th item there is we've always talked about intergovernmental support agreements. We've been trying to get some significant movement in this area for a long time. These agreements are the kinds of things that are allowed by law for local municipalities and others to help provide services to the installation that can reduce the operational costs for the Army on the installation. So this item number 4, the City of St. Robert has entered into agreement with Fort Leonard Wood to take over their trash collection for 10 years, and that'll start in April. So that's a really good thing for us collectively. Item number 5, our airport continues to be one of our focus areas on Fort Leonard Wood, and back in mid-November, we had a groundbreaking ceremony out there where we're going to build a new commercial terminal and continue to increase the ridership there. And item number 6 is probably one of the most important things. As I've talked to you before, the Army's going through some structure changes that reduce a lot of things in the Army, but primarily for us, as Fort Leonard was concerned, reduce the number of MPs, engineers, and chem bio defense specialists that are in the Army, therefore would likely reduce the training throughput at Fort Leonard Wood. However, we have been able, along with our Army partners, to make the case that the Army could do more basic combat training at Fort Leonard Wood. And so there are 5 companies of basic training increase this year. So that will help certainly offset some of the losses that we are experiencing in the other specialties. So it's a little bit of good news sprinkled on top of a little bit of not so good news, but those are just 6 of the most recent things that we have been involved in that I wanted to bring to your attention. There are a lot of other things, contained in this document that are of interest to you, I'm sure. And please feel free, at any time to let us know if you have any questions or have any ideas or suggestions, or sometimes you all run across things that we need to know about so that we can involve ourselves in it. As far as the future goes for the Army, This new administration, we're not quite sure which direction, things are going to go with the Department of Defense, but the things that we are seeing, reading, and hearing right now is that the Department of Defense will more than likely make a big shift in its budget priorities, and the Army will probably take some cuts because the focus seems to be on the Air Force and the Navy in the Indo-Pacific Chinese threat. So the Army could potentially get smaller, and we know what those implications might be for Fort Leonard Wood. So we've developed some strategies to try to mitigate that, but more now than ever, it's imperative that the work that we do, that you support, continue, because we've got a lot of things happening, some of which we're not quite sure what the magnitude will be in the end. But I'm comfortable that our organization, through all of our connectivity, has our ears to the ground, our eyes open, and this hospital example is, well, the hospital scenario is one example of the kinds of things that we're able to involve ourselves in. When this hospital, I'll just articulate that just a little bit more, when we ran across this, at the time, no one in the United States Army knew that this was happening. Not the hospital commander, not the installation commander, not the 3-star, not the 4-star, not the Secretary of the Army. It's the Defense Health Agency that was keeping this very close hold because of responses like they got from our congressional delegation before they could make the decisions. But that's why we are here collectively. So I'll stop there. I think all of you know that I could talk for a long time. I know this is not the place for that. But again, I just want to say thank you for your support. We're here. We're still working at it. And anytime that we can answer any questions or take on any suggestions or support you as a community, we certainly want to be able to do that. Can I ask if you have any questions, Mayor?
Yeah, any questions, council?
Why would the DHA even consider downgrading that?
The fundamental premise is that, of course, I think we all know that there's a shortage of healthcare professionals across the country, and that's not any different for the Department of Defense. And their idea, it would be to bolster more of the medical forces that they do have in places where they project power from, so deployable installations. So there were 16 under consideration. They were going to target 9 of them. 3 of them were Army, but the idea was to cull out some of those positions and use them in places with higher priorities. But there are a lot of things that are unique to our installation that they don't take into account, and their savings from what we read in this effort would save them $1 billion, but the fact of the matter is they're currently $13 billion in the red. So we're remaining confident that the right decision will be reached. We've gone, even after our letters were dispatched to the our members' letters were dispatched to the Secretary of Defense, I went right before the holidays and met with each of our members of Congress and talked to them and underscored, first of all, thanked them for engaging and underscored the importance of behind all of this. And they are all 100% behind it. I think the decision was supposed to be made, but now everything is just radio silent. So I think the transition team maybe, put a hold on this. So we're anxiously waiting to see the outcome.
Thank you.
Yep.
Do you know if Representative Alford's, is that correct? Nice name?
Yes, sir.
Made the decision to leave the Armed Services Committee, or was he forced to?
It was by implication, by virtue of the fact that he selected for that committee, he knew ahead of time that it would result in not being able to serve on the House Armed Services Committee. And he engaged with folks like us, on it. And we talked a lot about it and sought a lot of different feedback, but clearly it was the right decision because he'll be much more influential in the position that he's in. And we still have Senator Schmidt, who's on the Senate Armed Services Committee. And then we have Congressman Graves from Kansas City, who's a senior member of the House Armed Services Committee. We engage with him and his staff frequently, and he stands ready to support us in any way we can. So all in all, we believe it's a good decision by the congressman, and he's engaged us since then to start prioritizing the things that we want to pay attention to.
Great.
Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you, sir.
And
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
one other thing I might mention is if that hospital does change down, that will dampen our draw for retirees to reside here as well, because that's one of the draws. There's a magnet for retired personnel is the healthcare that's close.
I brought that specific point that you're making.
Yeah, I imagine
to
you
our-
did, yeah.
to-
I just
to
wanted to
our-
let everybody here know, though.
Absolutely. I made that same
Yeah.
point because not only would it impact the mission, gaining of mission, but it would not nearly be as an attractive community to live in for retired
Absolutely,
military
yeah.
people if they don't have
My next door neighbor,
access to-
my next door neighbor. So,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
thank you for what you do.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. As always, it's a pleasure to have you, and if you ever need anything from the city of Lebanon, just please reach out. Be happy to help whenever way we can, so
Will do, sir.
thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, we'll move on to downtown presentation. Sarah?
All right, good evening, Mayor and Council. So I'm Sarah Anks, Executive Director of Downtown. So first, I want to thank you guys again for allowing me this opportunity to serve our community in this way. I really absolutely love my job. It's been a little over a year, and I love it more and more every day, so thank you. So I'm excited to share with you everything we've been doing over the past year. It's been a lot. The first thing in that little handout I gave you is a representation of the tax revenues generated in the downtown district. And there's a little star there that shows when downtown first hired its first director in 2019. And you can see that taxable sales in downtown have doubled since then. So from about $5 million in total taxable sales in 19 to about 10 million in 23. So pretty impressive for 4 years. I think what we're doing downtown is working. We expect to see an increase again for 24, waiting to get those numbers. Very excited to see. But all the revitalization is attracting new businesses. In 2024, we had 2 notable businesses move in, Cafe Jude's, which had a significant investment in their building downtown, and also Massey's Comics, which is right there. I'm sure many of you have also heard about the 229 project. It's been a highlight of downtown for the last several months. Everybody's really excited about the new cafe that's going to be opening. And to show how well the revitalization is working, there were over 60 small businesses that applied to be in that space. So that's a testament to the entrepreneurship of our community and how attractive downtown is. Missouri Main Street has asked that the owners of that building do a presentation at their state conference talking about that, because it's just a great forward-thinking project that we're doing in our downtown. If you remember last year, we expanded the footprint of downtown, so it now includes 2 new areas, one over on Madison, and one that includes the farmers market area, so the footprint's a little bigger. We've added some additional parking because of that and some more sales tax generating areas. We're looking forward to possibly another addition this year. The county has expressed interest in the courthouse campus becoming part of downtown as well. We implemented some new tools in '24 for communication. Council approving the process for closing the streets downtown. And based on that, we're able to put up temporary signs and things to explain to residents and business owners when the streets are going to be closed, especially when we have big events. We've had a facade grant program since the beginning of Lebanon, Missouri Main Street, and in 2024, 8 facade improvement grants were approved totaling $23,000, but that represents a total project investment of over $143,000 that's going to be spent in downtown on facade improvements over the next year. We have approved 37 facade grants since the beginning of the program for a total of $187,667 in grants. And that has leveraged significant private investment back in downtown. Because we don't pay for the whole project, we just pay for a small part, but it encourages people to spend a little bit more money on their facades. In 2024, there were almost 2,000 hours in volunteer time contributed to downtown, a little over $60,000 in time that was invested by the people of our community. We have 44 board members and committee members and volunteers who work with downtown on a regular monthly basis. So it's a lot of people putting in a lot of time and energy. Notably, Rotary Club and the Lebanon Middle School National Junior Honor Society have volunteered with our events last year. So we're looking forward to more of that in the coming year. We've also, a lot of our committee members and board members have attended trainings statewide for revitalization so they can learn more how the process works. We've also started an art committee in 2024. They've been meeting for about 3 months now. Their focus is on inventorying the art that we have in the downtown district, identifying areas where art could be installed, and then looking for the money and the artists who will do that, making downtown more attractive visually than it already is. We hosted a lot of events in '24. First Friday was new, the concert series was new. The dinner under the downtown lights was a great success. That was the first one. We will be doing that again. The second page is some information from Placer AI about visitor statistics, and I've only just started looking at it, but the one that was most surprising to me was the number of visitors on March 1st, which was a first Friday, but it was also opening day of trout season. So there were over 4,000 people that came downtown on that Friday. So we're going to be trying to do another opening day of trout season event this year, really working with Bennett Springs and the campgrounds out there to get those visitors to come under the arches and see us. The cruise-in had about 4,000 people. First Friday and the Cackle Hatchery Festival, that 2-day event together, brought in almost 8,000 people downtown, so we're gonna be doing that again. I think we're gonna call it Cackle Days. They wanna do a chicken wing contest and all kinds of great stuff, chicken themed. Trick or treat on Commercial Street, a little over 5,000 people came to that. The year before, it was a little over 4,000, and the year before, it was a little over 3,000. So that's been increasing, and honestly, we don't really advertise that a lot, but man, did they come out. It was really fantastic this year. Christmas on Commercial is obviously our biggest event every year. There were about 6,000 people this year at Christmas on Commercial. It was a fabulous event, 150 UTVs, so biggest parade ever too. But that has been increasing year over year as well. So a 23% increase in '24 over '23, so really impressive. Total visitors in downtown have increased as well. The third page also is our social media statistics. I just wanted you guys to see how many people were reaching with that. The customer surveys from the City of Lebanon say that about 60% of people get most of their information from Facebook. So we spend a lot of time focusing on our Facebook. So about 1.6 million views of our content in 2024, and it was about 657,000 unique accounts. You'll see a big spike there toward the end of October. That was when the Allen building burned down. But there were a lot of videos that went viral about that. The drone footage that Nathan Morrison did, if you remember seeing that, thousands and thousands of people saw that. There were a lot of things that we got on the news for, the 175th anniversary, the Allen building, but also the bee removal at Cafe Jude's is still one of our most popular things that we talked about on social media. Downtown also has actively been participating in Fort Leonard Wood's Arrive Strong events, welcoming new residents. We do that in conjunction with the Tourism Department, the Chamber of Commerce, and Regional Economic Development had started doing that with us as well. Let's see, the Urban Park is still under construction. We actually have a meeting coming up soon to get things moving on that. And for 2025, we're continuing the same events as last year. We're planning to expand First Friday to include a little bit more art, kind of an art walk, kind of a history walk that we're going to start incorporating with that. The concert series is coming back during the warmer months. Concert Association wants to work with us on using the Urban Park when it's done as well to provide free concerts. And we're looking to continue our programs to just help bring more businesses downtown and to keep them there. Before I close, the last page is an invitation to come and see a presentation about how we're doing as a downtown from National Main Street. They're coming for a site visit on Monday, February 24th. This is the first step in the accreditation process for our downtown becoming an accredited Main Street community. So this is our first time having a site visit, so we're all a little nervous, but it's gonna be great. So that presentation is at 5:30 PM, so put it in your calendars, and we'd love to see you come and give your support and see how we're doing. But really, our achievements in '24 really reflect the energy that the city and the community is putting into downtown. We hear it all the time, that people say, like, it's so much different than it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. So I want to thank you guys for just the energy and the support that you put into downtown, and for everything that you do to help the heart of our community just really shine. And I'm happy to answer any questions if
We
you
want to
have any.
thank you for your energy.
Oh, you're welcome.
You've made a huge difference down there.
Thank you.
Just a side note, we have council meeting that February 24th. Will that,
Oh, well, see, there you go.
will we,
We'll record it for you.
yeah, we could maybe stop by and like, hi, and then bye,
Right,
would that be
right.
all right? Or
Okay.
certainly would do that if we can.
Sir, you've done a great job and continue to do so. So tell me about the urban park. Is it going to be a park board run park or what?
The plan is no.
Okay.
John really doesn't want to add that to his repertoire of things to do. But I think the idea is that it will be maintained in conjunction with the city and downtown, but that Laclede Industries that takes care of the rest of our weeds and garbage and things like that would probably have some involvement in that, but it would not be a Lebanon Parks Department park.
And you're going to have a stage, I understand. Is that correct?
That's the plan, yeah. No playground equipment or anything like that. It's more of a community gathering space.
Is there restrooms there now or not?
There's nothing there right now. It's
But that's
just
in the
dirt.
plan.
But it is in the plan to have restrooms, hookups for vendors and that kind of thing.
Okay,
We're still working out the details.
I get you.
But public bathrooms are a thing that have really, we hear a lot, that people really would like to have downtown, and people would stay longer if they were available.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Funding for your facade improvements. Sounded like you had awarded about $200,000 worth, close to
Yes.
it. What about the balance? Do you have enough to continue this?
We do, however, the scale of the projects are starting to change. They're becoming less big projects that you can see the difference. Things like the old Norman's Bridal Building, having that old facade taken down and refurbished made a significant impact on the look of downtown. Now we're getting more into more granular things like changing out windows and things like that. So we're considering shifting that program to something different, maybe more like a microloan program or something else to encourage the next level of things that we want to do downtown. A lot of the business owners are making changes to their facades without the grants because they now see that the investment is going to give them a return.
Thank you.
Excellent. Any other questions, council? All right, thank you, Sarah, appreciate it, and great work as always.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, moving down the agenda, I'll now entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Gordon moved, Atkins seconded. Roll call, please.
Atkins,
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Muchler,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Okay, consent agenda is approved. I'll now entertain a motion to enter into public hearing regarding plat of Gladden subdivision.
So moved.
Motion.
Garner moved,
I'll second his.
Mitchell seconded. Roll call, please.
Evans,
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Muchler,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Okay, we're now in public hearing. Christina?
Good evening, Mayor and fellow council members. Tonight, we're just looking, there's a request to do a plat of Gladden subdivision. It's the platting of 11 acreage from 2 lots to 3 lots on the 400 block of Sloan Street. It's perpendicular to Laclede Street.
Is that to build houses?
Yes. Currently, as 11 acreage, the right-of-way of the road is not shown correctly on the meets and bounds, and that's also correcting that.
Is that gonna be more than one or two, or,
Say it again.
any idea how many they're gonna do on there?
Single-family homes.
Single family, okay.
Just three?
Right.
Yes.
Three, okay. Missed that.
That's no problem.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Christina? Okay. As we're in public hearing, any comments from public? Seeing nobody step forward, I'll entertain a motion to come out of public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Wall moved, Garner seconded. Roll call, please.
Mitchell, Yes.
Yes.
Mizell, Muchler,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins,
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Okay, and on to first and second readings in Council Bill 6811. Any further questions on that, council? Okay, first reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving the final plat of Gladden subdivision to the City of Lebanon, Laclede County, Missouri.
Motion approved.
Second.
Jordan and Atkins, roll call, please.
Mizell,
Yes.
Muchler,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins,
Yes.
Evans, Mitchell.
Yes.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving the final plat of Gladden subdivision to the City of Lebanon, Laclede County, Missouri.
Move on the second?
Second.
Mizell and Garner on the second, roll call, please.
Muchler,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Okay, Council Bill 6811 becomes ordinance 7055. Thank you, Christina. Council Bill 6812. Jared?
Good evening. This is a request to purchase a Buffalo turbine blower for the airport to assist us in removing FOD, foreign object debris, on our taxiway and runway, which of course will ensure safety for our pilots, both hobby and commercial. Any questions?
Have we ever had anything like this?
No, we have not. We've relied on different departments to use sweepers and so forth.
So will this all also, I'm assuming, be able to remove snow if it's
Part of that plan, yes.
not real wet? Do we have access to the airport, not the city? I know we have access to snow removal other than that? Or do we still depend on street department?
No, last time was our first, this last incident, our last snow, we used the plow that was on the front of the truck that we received from the old animal control truck is what it is. So we put a plow on the front of that, which helped tremendously as well.
Great.
It's mainly the areas that are of our concern are the taxiway. Runways seems to be holding up pretty fairly, but if you've been out there on that taxiway, that's our area of concern. It's got a lot of damaged areas, and we've had some complaints from some of our locals that there's some areas they try to avoid because of the debris coming off of it.
Can we do something more permanent?
We have that in our master plan, and that program will be coming forth shortly.
Okay.
FOD's a common thing though on airports. I mean, we really needed equipment in general versus just sweepers to keep it clear.
Any other questions? First reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving the purchase of a Buffalo turbine blower for the airport from Van Wall Equipment.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Wall and Evans, roll call, please.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins,
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Muchler.
Yes.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving the purchase of a Buffalo turbine blower for the airport from Van Wall Equipment.
Move on second.
Second.
Mitchell and Mizell on the second. Roll call, please.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Mutchler. Wall.
Yes.
Okay, Council Bill 6812 becomes ordinance 7056.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jared. Appreciate it. And Council Bill 6813. Sean?
Evening, Mayor, Councilman.
Good evening.
We received a bid to replace 11,500 square feet of City Hall. That would just be the City Hall side, not the PD side. It currently has a modified roof on it that's been there since 1994. It's hit the end of life. There were 12 bids received. To complete this project, the staff recommends entering a contract with GNR Construction for the cost of $80,069. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have.
Sean, what about the second part of the roof?
It's on the 26 budget.
Okay.
Materials were, I kind of came in late on that whenever we were doing the 25 budget, and materials were more than anticipated, so we backed up and decided to do it in 2 sections, so.
But it also needs to be repaired?
Yes, sir, they were both put on at the same time.
Great.
What's the life of the new?
20-year warranty is what it comes with.
And so we got 30 on this last one, right?
On the modified roof that's on
The
there?
roof that's on there now.
Sir, I don't know. That was.
Well, if you put it on in 94, right?
Well, I don't know when the warranty ran out. I just, when I'm calling it into life, there is the roof starting to blister and it's starting to show significant signs of wear. I'm not exactly sure what the warranty would have been on that.
I think what he's trying to probe is, we got more than the warranty,
Yes, sir.
so maybe we could expect to get a little more than the warranty.
Hopefully, yeah. No hailstorms or anything like that.
If only could guarantee that.
Didn't we just put air conditioning units on the roof?
They're not here yet. You guys have approved them for us. There was I believe it was a 12-week lead time on getting that 75-ton unit that goes on. That unit's actually located on the PD side, so that's why we wanted to get that unit put on before the 26 budget, whenever we're gonna do the rest of the roof on the PD side. But it's gonna be, this is January, it's probably gonna be March or April before that 75-ton unit goes on, but yes, it is coming.
Any other questions? Good, first reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving an agreement with GNR Construction Incorporated for the replacement of the City Hall roof.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And Mutchler?
Oh, sure.
Roll call, please.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Mutchler.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving an agreement with GNR Construction Incorporated for the replacement of the City Hall roof.
Do it second.
Second.
Jordan and Mizell on the second. Roll call, please.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell. Mutchler.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Okay, Council Bill 6813 becomes ordinance 7057. And Council Bill 6814.
This would be for the replacement of the ceiling that's currently in the breezeway of the Wallace building. This task is a portion of the Wallace remodel project that we started 4 months ago, maybe. The current ceiling, it's starting to show significant signs of wear and needs some beautification. This will include an all-new structure, a metal decking, and new lighting. Staff recommends entering a contract with Alexander Construction with a total cost of $16,020. Be happy to answer any questions on that.
Any questions?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
This is the outside,
Where you can pull through in between the two buildings, it would be that,
yeah,
the tiles above you is what we'd be replacing.
okay.
Has everybody had a chance to make it by the Wallace Building yet?
Yeah,
Since we've done all
that's
the work?
great. Floors, they love
It's
the
looking
floors.
nice in there. It's,
What are the floors made of?
that's just LVT. It's laminate flooring. It's a direct glue flooring.
That's good. That's really good.
All right, first reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving an agreement with Alexander Construction for the replacement of the breezeway ceiling at the Wallace Building.
Most approved.
Second.
Jordan and Mutchler. Roll call, please.
Evans,
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Mutchler, Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins.
Yep.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving an agreement with Alexander Construction for the replacement of the breezeway ceiling at the Wallace Building.
Move on to second.
Second.
Mitchell and Atkins on the second. Roll call, please.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Mutchler,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins,
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Council Bill 6814 becomes ordinance 7058. And Council Bill 6815.
This would be to replace two garage doors at the Emergency Services Building on 100 Harris Avenue. This was included with the agreement that we made with Mercy for the remodeling of the EMS building. It would be replacing one door, just installing a new one. What's over there is pretty dated and pretty wore. It'd be replacing that door. And then they're adding another ambulance to that facility, and they only have one door that's wide enough to back in right now. So we would be expanding the door size on the second door to where they could back another ambulance in there. Staff recommends entering a contract with Mid-Missouri Doors for $12,361.50. I'd be happy to answer any questions on that.
Are you widening the door? Or-
Yes, ma'am. One of them, it's a 10-foot door, it'll go to a 12-foot door. The boxes on those ambulance, they just want, they can back it in a 10-foot door, but they have to really pay attention to what's going on. It's a difficult task for them, so. And both of those doors, one door, there's three doors. One had been replaced sometime in the near past, but the other two, they don't match, and they're old, they're due.
Any other questions, comments? Okay, first reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving an agreement with Mid-Missouri Doors for the replacement of garage doors for the city-owned building located at 100 Harrison Avenue.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Wall and Garner. Roll call, please.
Mizell,
Yes.
Mutchler,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins,
Yep.
Evans,
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri approving an agreement with Mid-Missouri Doors for the replacement of garage doors for the city-owned building located at 100 Harrison Avenue.
Move on second.
Second.
Jordan and Mizell on the second. Roll call, please.
Mutchler,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Okay, Council Bill 6815 becomes ordinance 7059. Thanks, Sean, appreciate it. Council Bill 6816.
Mayor, Council, this is for approval of heavy truck scanning equipment. I didn't think I'd ever do this with council, but we have had trouble working with this vendor to commit to the training that's supposed to be provided with this equipment. I'm going to ask council to not approve this and let us go out for bid for this equipment in the future, and we'll bring it back to you. Just can't get with this vendor. He's like a commitment.
We just withdraw it?
Yeah.
So what we usually do is we would fell it, and then basically it's gonna go out for rebid. We're gonna bring it back. It'll be a new council bill, whole new ordinance.
That's fine.
No trouble.
Have we done business with them before? No, we haven't. Okay. Makes me feel better.
All right, first reading then, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, approving the purchase of a heavy truck scan tool for the garage from Technology International Incorporated.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Wall and Mitchell, roll call, please.
Wall,
No.
Jordan,
No.
Garner,
No.
Atkins,
No.
Evans,
No.
Mitchell,
No.
Mizell,
No.
Muchler.
No.
Okay, Council Bill 6816 fails, first reading. On to Council Bill 6817. Chief?
Well, that's a first. Yeah. 24 years. Probably wish I'd do that on that ladder truck. Mayor, council, this is for the purchase, the ordinance before you tonight is for the purchase of 2 more positive pressure fans that are electric, battery powered, replacing our aging gas-powered ones. We bought the first 2 last year. This is part 2, and we're done with those. All that remains in our fleet to be replaced with battery-powered equipment is 1 more set of extrication tools in the next coming years. But this will finish out our fans, and I think it's about $500 more than it was last year. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions, council? Okay, first reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, approving the purchase of 2 battery-powered positive pressure fans from Leo M. L. Brock Company for the fire department.
Motion approved.
Mizell and Evans, I heard you. Roll call, please.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins,
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Muchler. Wall.
Yes.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, approving the purchase of 2 battery-powered positive pressure fans from Leo M. L. Brock Company for the fire department.
Move on second.
Second.
Mitchell and Atkins on the second. Roll call, please.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins,
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Muchler,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Okay, Council Bill 6817 becomes ordinance 7060.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief. Council Bill 6818.
Mayor and council, this is to outsource nuisance abatement and weed eating, that kind of thing, solid materials removal through Laclede Industries. It's traditionally, we've gone for a 1-year renewal of this contract. This one is for a 1-year period with 2 automatic renewals for the next 2 years. There is a option to increase fees at the renewal periods, and you can see there are some increased fees as we've all experienced the cost of doing business go up.
Any questions, council? First reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, approving an agreement with Laclede Industries for weed and nuisance abatement services.
Motion approved.
Second.
Jordan and Mizell. Roll call, please.
Atkins,
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Muchler,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, approving an agreement with Laclede Industries for weed and nuisance abatement services.
Move on second.
Second.
Mitchell and Mizell on the second. Roll call, please.
Evans,
Yes.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Muchler,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Okay, Council Bill 6818 becomes ordinance 7061. And Council Bill 6819. Chief?
Mayor and council, this is a memorandum of understanding that we operate in with our law enforcement partners on the Lake Area Cybercrimes Task Force. We've been involved with this task force since 2009. There's 5 sheriff's offices and 4 police departments represented on this task force. And this just renews the standard agreement as we have new sheriffs coming on. And so all the agreements had to be renewed.
Any questions, council? First reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, approving a memorandum of agreement between the Lebanon Police Department and Lake Area Cyber Crimes Task Force.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Evans and Mizell, roll call, please.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Mizell,
Yes.
Mutchler,
Yes.
Wall,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Garner,
Yes.
Atkins,
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, approving a memorandum of agreement between the Lebanon Police Department and Lake Area Cybercrimes Task Force.
Will second. Second.
Jordan and Evans on the second. Roll call, please.
Mizell.
Yes.
Mutchler.
Yes.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Council Bill 6819 becomes ordinance 7062. Thanks, Chief, appreciate it. Council Bill 6820, John?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is about the purchase of 2 Gravely mowers from Phone Furniture, one for the parks, one for facilities management. Parks will be surplusing 2 older John Deere mowers per our replacement schedule and the lack of need of one of the 2. And then facilities management will also be surplusing 1. Yes, we do have an agreement to mow with Dunn Mowing, but Parks still mows about 80 acres. Ashley, Nelson, and Winfrey are the parks we still mow. Dunn's is not able to take on those mowing responsibilities at this time. They might be able to in the future, but at this time they can't. And then Sean still mows a bunch of roundabouts and other stuff for the city outside of those items. And Sean and I had a long conversation about how we were going to bid this. We did spec a Gravely mower. We have experience with John Deere's and Skag mowers, both of us, through the departments, through several years of operation of those equipments, and we feel that the Gravely mowers best suit our needs, and that's why we spec that particular mower, that we feel that's the best mower for what we do. So that's what we did, and we recommend that the purchase of 2 Gravely mowers from Phone Furniture. I'll be happy to answer any other questions.
Looks like their warranty's a lot better also.
They do a really good job for us in what we do, the speed, the ability to, and I'm going to say jump curbs for a lack of a better term, but obviously we have lots of dividers, of land dividers and curbs around the roads that we mow, and the Gravely's have a higher ride height and the decks raise more, so when we jump up on the curbs, we're not scraping as much. And while that sounds bad, there's really no other way to do it, unfortunately. Those islands, there's just no other way to get on top of them, and other than drive up on them. So there's a lot of things that went into that decision about why we purchased the Gravely mower. They are a little more expensive than a couple of the other bidders that we had. One bidder, we don't know anything about that mower at all, that came from out of state. There's no local vendors or anything like that. So we talked about it at length, but again, like I said, we spec'd a Gravely because it best fits our needs.
Any other questions, comments? Okay, first reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, declaring as surplus 2 mowers for the Parks Department and 1 mower for facilities, and authorizing the purchase of 1 mower for the Parks Department and 1 mower for facilities from Phone Furniture and Lawn LLC.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Wall and Evans, roll call, please.
Mutchler. Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Garner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Second reading, please.
An ordinance by the City Council of Lebanon, Missouri, declaring as surplus 2 mowers for the Parks Department and 1 mower for facilities, and authorizing the purchase of 1 mower for the Parks Department and 1 mower for 4 facilities from Phone Furniture and Lawn LLC.
Who will say it?
Second.
Jordan and Mizell on the second. Roll call, please.
Wall.
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Gardner.
Yes.
Atkins.
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Mizell.
Yes.
Mutchler.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, Council Bill 6820 becomes ordinance 7063. Thanks, John. Okay, moving on to comments. Any comments from staff from the audience? Kathy?
Mayor and council, I just want to take this time to thank you for taking time out of your busy week last week to meet with the recruiter. He'll take your feedback, and we anticipate that our recruitment packet will be published for the general public the first of next month. So, thank you very much.
Awesome, you're welcome. Looking forward to that. Any other staff members? Chief, you have anything? Chief? Richard? John? Lacey, nothing? Counselor? Ben? Atkins?
Nope.
No? Evans, no? Mitchell?
No, Mayor.
No? Mizell?
No, sir, thank you.
Muchler?
Nope.
Walt?
Nothing, Mayor.
Jordan?
I ain't gonna change. About the system here, no.
Garner?
I was gonna ask about Red Friday before the Super Bowl, but I guess it's too late to do that.
Well, what's
We
that?
have a meeting before that to proclaim that, could we?
No,
No.
we don't.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
But we could still do it. Let me look into that. A couple things, February 10th and February 24th will be our next council meetings, 6 o'clock. And I was going to give her a chance, but she didn't plug her own self, but first Friday is February 7th, so I wanted to plug that. And then I'm going to give my State of the City speech at Rotary on March 6th. So I invite everybody to come out for that. It'll be at noon, and that'll be at the Wallace Building there. But that'll be March 6th, so we have a date for that. If you're unable to attend there, I'll be at Kiwanis and Optimus, I think the 10th and 11th, so I don't know which one's which, but those are at noon meetings too. But looking forward to that, and that's always fun, so. What's that? Kiwanis 11th, okay. And so the Optimist will be Monday then, okay. But always looking forward to that. What's that, sorry?
So I think we're trying to book you to the.
Okay. I'll be happy to do it, so they're always good, it's always fun to go talk to the public, so. In fact, I did that 2 weeks ago, I went and met a circle at the Methodist Church, that was really fun, for about an hour, that was a good conversation. Anybody else have anything they want to bring before council? Okay, I'll now entertain a motion to go into closed session pursuant to 610-021 for real estate.
So moved.
Second.
Atkins moved.
Second.
Second, Mutchler. Roll call, please.
Jordan?
Yes.
Garner? Yes. Atkins?
Yes.
Evans?
Yes.
Mitchell?
Yes.
Mizell?
Yes.
Muchler?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we're now in closed session. Thank you all.
Where is it?